Look, I think that it's important to have a clear strategic vision for where you're trying to go, particularly in retail, because you have to communicate that to a lot of people in the business.
Yeah.
And you'll never get it right, because actually, for the consumer, you're really only as good as the last transaction at the till. I think you've got to have a clear strategic vision, and you've got to be able to articulate that in a straightforward manner that can cascade through an organization without losing meaning on the way. I think the second important aspect is that detail matters in retail, and you have to be into the detail each and every day. And that links, I think, to the third point, that you have to keep learning, you have to keep adapting, and you have to, certainly in Clicks, we've tried to inculcate a culture of delivery, but a culture of continuous improvement. We can always do it better, but you also have to be prepared to adapt as well. Things change.
And make mistakes.
Yeah, and make mistakes. And sometimes your timing is off. Sometimes you're just unlucky. Yeah, I mean, at pharmacy, one of the upsides of being in the Southern Hemisphere is you get Christmas twice. You get Christmas in December, and pharmacy has its Christmas in July when people get ill. Very regrettably, this is not a season where as many people are getting flu as I would like.
And your personal leadership style, how would you describe yourself? Or should we ask, how would your team describe you? Maybe different.
I'm sure in glowing terms, yes. Look, I think that, I hope they would say that I'm clear on the direction. I hope they'd say that I'm also willing to listen and to debate, and I like challenge. But I think that it's also important to recognize that you have the debate, you take the decision, and then you get on and do. And in that sense, I'm also very keen on, as I said, delivery. Look, I mean, I think that, again, in retail, it's kind of 10% strategy and 90% execution. If you sweat the strategy too long and too hard, you won't get the execution right. So I've always been a big believer, spend a lot of time on getting the execution right. And I've always believed, again, in a model of test, learn, roll. Yeah? Start in one store, then learn in 3, then roll.
And go.
Yeah.
And 600 stores is a fast go.
Yeah, and the ambition that we've publicly declared is to get to 900 stores, all with the pharmacy.